Greetings, family, and welcome to another episode of Wake Up Africa. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray, family, that you are gaining more confidence. Come on, Errol. Come on, we can't be like that. Come on, off. All right, thank you. I really do pray, family, that you are well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life in your own narrative, that you are starting to even think about what would your life look like without the pressure of having to do this, having to earn a living, having to be in Babylon's world. Because Babylon's world is collapsing, family, and they can't accommodate everybody in the system that they're trying to shrink and replace with robots. So we have to learn now to be in our own, in our own energy, in our own consciousness. Errol just went behind this painting, family. So, our voices have so much power. And as I say, apart from our healing, the major contention in this world is the group think or the group thought or the group consciousness. And remember, family, how like over a year ago, I actually talked about how this filmmaker went to a British museum and found the remains of a mother and child, and they were on display. No, I don't know if they were on display. You can see it right here, but they were available to scientists from all over the world to come and have a look at them. I think it was an embryo and something, to come and have a look at them. And she raised such an alarm that they were pulled from the exhibitions list. I think it was the British Museum of something. And there's been a lot of outrage, family. We've done a lot of shows on how over 90% of the artifacts of our people are in foreign museums. And not just that, a lot of the heads and skulls of our chief seers and chief leaders and chief high priests, because we didn't have high priests who are not leaders. Usually it would be like a prophet king or a prophet queen. Stories for other days. But there was this growing global outrage at the fact that indigenous human remains were being on display till today, and that's trying to tell us psychologically that we're free. But a lot is happening behind the scenes. I was reading somewhere that the divided kingdom was trying, I don't know if they loaned some artifacts back to an African country. You can see that story there, family. Because I feel like we gained so much momentum in that. So much noise was made that consciousness flipped, that thought flipped, and now we're seeing the manifestation of it. And one of the manifestations is that a lot of Native American museums across the divided states are closing down. And it has to do with a new directive from the federal government, etc. But like, for example, the New York's American Museum of Natural History is closing 2 halls featuring Native American objects. Of course, they're trying to say, it's severely outdated and everything. But they said that there was a growing urgency amongst museums to change their relationship with tribes and how they exhibit indigenous culture. The halls we are closing are vestiges of an era when museums such as ours did not respect the values, perspectives, and indeed shared humanity of indigenous peoples. Actions that may feel sudden to some may seem long overdue to others. And among all this, hyperbole and blah, 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 and big words, family, basically what they're actually removing, I'm even looking, because when I was reading this article, I was like, what? Basically, what they're actually removing is a lot of the human remains that were still on display till now, 2024. And they're returning them to the Native American tribes for burial, proper burial and all that. And I think now with the new federal laws in the divided states, if you want to display Native American artifacts, I think especially human remains, then you have to seek like a special consent from those nations. Because we know tribe is also a narrative trick. Tribe is like a casual gathering of families. Whereas nations have laws, they have a society, they have a culture, they have a spiritual way of life. So this shows you, family, that something big is going on behind the scenes. Now, there are people who would argue that they're trying to bring us back to that 0 point. And I've talked about this in the last couple of years, about how one of the agendas was to kind of erase, how there's been this concerted effort to kind of erase slavery and colonialism from the narrative in a bid to like bring us back to a point where all of history is, we don't know what happened in the past and we're beginning history again. But we're too far gone for that. This shows you, family, is it that our ancestors are back and they're causing a shaking in the heavens? Because everything is coming back, just like the Ancient of Days said it would. Let me know what you think about this, family. I feel like it's all connected. It's all connected. And it shows that the ancient ones are truly, truly black. Hey, black, back. Black, maybe. Well, I mean, let's not even get into that. Actually, go visit my Dr. Mumbi spiritual show for that. Make sure you're subscribed to both, family. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. And special shout out to our Patreon family and everyone who sends us a love donation in the mail. There is a beautiful, amazing, lovely gift for you in the mail. Until next time. Tuko pamoja. Tuko pamoja.